Hey, what's going on, everybody? First off, just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everyone has a great day watching some football, maybe eating some food as well. I'm actually not filming this on Thanksgiving. I'm actually currently in the state of Oklahoma, not like currently while I'm actually filming this, but like in the time that this video goes out. That's what I'm actually doing. So I scheduled some videos early so that way I wouldn't leave you guys hanging with no videos. I wanted to get some videos out, even though I'll be up in Oklahoma. I'm typically in Texas, but I'm going to Oklahoma from Wednesday to Saturday. So I wanted to come out, bring out this video today, schedule it for Thanksgiving, which it just dropped on Thanksgiving if you're watching it right now at this moment. So what I want to do is go over the playoff seeding, sort of look at the NFC right now, take a look at the Packers' remaining games that they have for the rest of the season, and sort of give my prediction at where I think they could end up at the end of this season. And if you guys have yet to subscribe, you want to see more Packers content, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel down below. So right here, I should be sharing my screen with you guys. This is an article from Bleacher Report where they're basically just showing the AFC and NFC standings right now. You know, if the playoffs were to happen right now, which teams, where would they basically be seated? And as you can see at the top, we have the Arizona Cardinals sitting at 9-2. The Packers have beaten the Cardinals, but the Cardinals have been pretty good, even though Kyler Murray has been out the past couple of weeks. Colt McCoy is held down there in Arizona. And now after losing to the Minnesota Vikings, the Packers are of course sitting at 8-3, just one game behind the Arizona Cardinals. And of course, if we were to ever finish with a tie with the Cardinals for the standings, the Packers will win that tie, considering we did beat the Arizona Cardinals on that Rasul Douglas interception to end the game. Then we have the Cowboys at 7-3, Bucks 6-3, Rams 7-3. Vikings 5-5, Saints 5-5, and there will be 7 teams who will be making, the AFC and NFC playoffs. So if the Packers right now, we're sitting at 8-3, so there's been 11 games, which means if there's 17 games, there should be 6 games left to end off the season. So first off here, this week, of course, we have the Los Angeles Rams. We're facing off against the Rams, who have struggled the past couple weeks. I think they've lost 2 games in a row now. So I think coming into this game for the Rams, I'll put out an entire, preview prediction video. Probably tomorrow is the day I'll drop it. But I think this is definitely a winnable game for the Packers, especially at Lambeau Field. I do think, though, that you do have a Rams team that's probably a little angry that they lost the past couple of games. Considering they've been making, big moves, Odell Beckham Jr. trading for Von Miller, you'd have to think they're a little bit tired of losing. And so I bet they'll come in here ready to play. So I think it could be a really close game, could be a tough game. I do think the Packers can win this game, though. So if the Packers do win this game and move into the bye, I think that puts them in a great position. Hopefully, after the bye, we can get lots of players back. Hopefully, David Bakhtiari, hopefully Jair, hopefully Aaron Jones will all be ready after the bye. Fingers crossed, we will see what happens. Then in Week 14, we have the Bears at Lambeau Field. I think that's an easy dub. That's what I think. Then we have Week 15, Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. The Ravens, have struggled at times, but I still think they have a great team. And when you have Lamar Jackson there, you never know. You never know what could happen there facing Baltimore. So I think this could be a tough game, but I think if the Packers can hang in there, the defense can get back to how they have been playing. Besides last week versus the Vikings, we have a few more guys healthy. The offense gets rolling more. I think we could win this game as well. Moving into the final 3 games of the season, we have the Browns at Lambeau Field. The Browns have definitely struggled a lot recently, haven't looked good. They've looked good a few times this year, but recently not so good for the Cleveland Browns. A game at home for the Packers at Lambeau Field. I think that's a dub for the Packers. Then we have Week 17. The Vikings come to Green Bay. Of course, we did just lose. Oh, I shouldn't show this because it'll copyright me. Of course, we did just lose to the Vikings in Minnesota, but I feel like things will change this time, just considering I think it will be a tough game, a close game, because we already saw, how good this Vikings team is. But you're coming to Lambeau Field, you're coming to Green Bay in January 2nd, and I just don't think the Packers lose to the Vikings twice in the same season. It's possible. I'll say that it is possible. But I think coming to Lambeau Field, Packers already lost once. They got that bad taste in their mouth. I think they come in here and beat the Vikings. So I think it's very possible that we come into the final game of the season sitting at, what would that be? 8 plus 5, 13, 13-3. I think that's very possible. Of course, we could end up losing one of those games, but if I had to guess, I say, why not? Why lose? Let's just win, okay? Then Week 18, we have the Lions in Detroit. The Lions just haven't been good. They've been the Lions, and so I think that we can win that game as well. So I think it's very possible that the Packers can run the table the rest of the season, finish off at 14-3. And I saw some statistics somewhere on Instagram where they're basically saying, I think at some point in the past few seasons, the Packers were like 7-3 and 8-3, something like that in 2019 and 2020. And then in each year, they ended up winning the rest of their games, finishing at 13-3. So now this season, I think the same thing is going to happen. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a Packers fan, but maybe I'm not. Maybe the Packers are just great and they're going to, get back to how they've been playing after this loss to the Vikings. And I think that if the Packers can be sitting at, 14-3, all we need is the Cardinals to lose just one game. And if that happens, we have the tiebreaker with them. The Packers are the number 1 seed. Playoff games happen, at Lambeau Field. I think it's very possible. Hopefully it happens like that because, that's what I just want to see as a Packers fan. Probably you as a Packers fan, if you are a Packers fan watching this, which is probably 99.9% of you guys, you probably want to see the same thing, but I think it's very possible. There are a few games in there that could be tough. The Rams are a good team. The Vikings are a good team. The Ravens are a good team. The Browns have potential at times. So there are a few games in there that could be losses, but I'm going to go with we're going to run the table the rest of the season. I just believe it. I believe it's possible. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what you guys think is going to happen or where the Packers will finish off, in the NFC standings. And even if the Packers do lose a couple games, we're still sitting there at probably, third, fourth, something in their seed, unless the Vikings don't come in here out of nowhere and just win out the rest of their games. But I think the Packers will still have a pretty good seed regardless. But obviously having the number 1 seed, very beneficial. You get that bye. You get to, play your playoff games at home, which I think, especially for the Packers, is such a huge advantage. Being at Lambeau Field in the cold in January, I think that is obviously a huge advantage for the Packers. So hopefully it finishes off. Hopefully we can run the table for the rest of the season. But thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving once again. I'm probably eating turkey right now as you're watching this video. But drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you get to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.